between about 12:15 and 1, or between 12:15 and 1:45. I'm live on all my platforms. So hi, welcome to Saturday Noon Live with Tara. Sorry, I'm an absolute mess. I've been for a very delayed Saturday morning run, partially because all my gadgets packed up on me, rather my iPhone packed up on me. And as Rupak says, it's totally my fault because I'm very bad with maintaining my gadgets. If any of you relate, please say hi. Because Rupak is superb with tech. He always like keeps his like immaculately, and he maintains it really well. And he always tells me that looking after tech, it's like anything, you have to spend time on maintenance, which I don't do. And consequently, my iPhone completely went. And basically, I was struggling for like an hour and a half to get my WhatsApp and all back up, because I think, like most of you, so much of our work now is of course online. And honestly, being in touch even with the kids for their school, obviously not with the kids are with us, but with all their classes and their groups and the parents in the school. So it was a bit of a traumatic thing. So my usual morning run got very delayed. So I've literally come from a run. I'm very sweaty and disgusting, which explains why I'm like this. And I thought I'd do the live. Usually I would have a shower and get ready and try and look a little bit more presentable. But today I just decided to come in my sweaty avatar. So this is a sweaty avatar live. And so on Facebook, we've got Advocate Samir Mansoori. Hi. We've got Kishore. We've got Chinmaya. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys can hear me now on Facebook. I've been borrowing my mom's computer. Woo! Okay, no, I don't think I'll sit. I was going to sit down there. So I'm balancing on my butt against the wall. Sorry, trying to get the angles right. And on YouTube, we've got Salim saying, looking very beautiful. Really, Salim? That's very kind of you. I'm not feeling very beautiful. I'm literally all sweaty and disgusting post a run. So sorry about that. But I find, as I've said millions of times, that a little bit of exercise every day, especially at the start of the day, really sets the tone for my day. And usually that exercise happens right at the start, but today it was very delayed. Mantaj, hi. Pushpender, hi. Thank you everyone for joining on YouTube and on Insta. Who's that saying, can you show your feet? Sorry, the name went. Honestly, I have terrible feet. I feel bad to say that to my poor little feet, but I'm half Indian and half English, and our standard joke is like English feet are known to be wide and sort of not very attractive. I don't mean anything negative to anybody, but me being half English, I can say I think I have English feet, thick and wide, and so many ads I've done when I, where they've actually used a body double for my hands and my feet. So I have little podgy hands and little podgy feet. Piyush is saying, oi. Nalin is saying hi. So hi, everyone. As you know, Saturday Noon Live is just a place for us to chat. So you guys ask me anything you want, anything at all. Hi, Bindeshi. Yes, I'm sweating. I've been for a run. Please have some water. I've just had lots of water. Thank you, Bindeshi. I've been for a run. So you picked up on that sweaty look. Yes, this is a post-run look. I don't know if I look good, but thank you for saying that. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Antra. So these lives are just for us to chat to each other. So there's no guest. There's no one. You guys are my guests. So ask me anything. Let's chat about anything. Today will be a little bit shorter than usual because I do have a commitment. It is this from today for a week. It's breastfeeding week. So I'm actually addressing the Pune Gynac Society later today, so I have to little bit prepare what I'm going to say. And for those of you who might be in that phase of breastfeeding and with little babies, I personally breastfed both our kids for 6 months each exclusively, and then with solids. And I'm always a believer, as you know, in each to their own. So I feel don't judge anyone, do what works for you and your situation. For us personally, for me, breastfeeding came naturally. I found it very comfortable. Our wonderful pediatricians, Dr. Balsekar and Dr. Archana, they both said, if you can do this, then do this. It's also practical and helps. So for me, I found that very comfortable. So that's what I did. But I know I have a lot of close friends and friends who didn't take to breastfeeding. And I always say each to their own, do what works for you. I really feel there should be no pressure, but at the same time, there's no doubt that there are benefits, of course. And I think now you can get help if you have issues with breastfeeding or anything like that. And of course, now with people working and trying to balance working and feeding and all the rest of it, there are ways to, pump the milk and keep it and all that. So anyway, so I'll be doing a talk on breastfeeding. So I have to go prepare. I think like all of you, we're all trying to do as much work as we can online. You may have seen yesterday, I shared on IGTV a video that we did for Club Mahindra, and I wrote over their paid partnership. And the reason I did that is because I want to be honest to you guys. This is a way in which we, as I guess creators, I don't know what I fall into now, a show creator, an actress, a mummy, so whatever, I find that these are the ways in which we can continue to create content, because we also, like anyone else, need to have income coming in. So I hope you guys appreciate and like the fact that we're honest about it. I can tell you when something is a good fit and I feel like it's nice to associate and of course earn some money too. So that was a video that I actually thought was really nice, because we edited it, me and my team, and it was just holiday memories and fun places that we've been and fun memories. And what the kids also remember was so cute, because we played this little game called Hum Phir Aayenge, where we actually said, like, what about Goa makes you say Hum Phir Aayenge? And then the kids genuinely what they remembered, and from footage we have from the Tara Sharma Show. So do check out the video. It's on IGTV. And please, I'd be really grateful if you guys send in some Hum Phir Aayenge comments. And I am telling you, this is a paid collaboration, so I'm not trying to cheat you or anything like that. 99% of the content I create, or 90% at least, is just pure from the heart. And even the associations I do are fits, and that's why I take them on. I don't get that many. I'm not some big superstar or anything like that. But I hope you guys appreciate that that's also part of our work. And that's how I guess we can continue to do all the things that we do for free. So for me, even yoga with Tara, I think we've done now 27 classes together. Of course, it's all free. It's something I love doing with you guys. But of course, there are things that I have to keep thinking business-wise. How do I sustain, because we're all working people, and we also, like I'm sure all of you, need to have income streams. So I'm very practical. I've always told you guys, while I completely believe in following passion, I also really do believe in being practical. And I think that's perhaps where my London School of Economics background comes in. And the fact that by nature, I've always been cautious. So as much as, yes, I've followed my dreams to act and be in the entertainment space, I always, wanted to ensure that I'm also earning from whatever I do in that space. So just mentioning it, so that if any of you see that video and wonder why I put paid partnership, you know what the reason is. Sumant is saying, hi, ma'am, I'm your straight hair fan. Haroon says, yes, I remember. Thank you, Haroon. Yes, my hair is straight. Today it's in a braid because I've been running. If I open it, it'll be very, very messy, but sure. Antra, it's always a pleasure to see you here. You're very encouraging. Thank you. You guys really, I must say that you guys are a big source of keeping us all going. Sharjeen, I've just done a film called Kadak, which is out on Sony Live. Do check it out. Antra, I've just come from a run. Sorry, that's why I'm looking tired. I am tired from the run, but now I'll shower and freshen up. And Haroon wanted me to open my hair. So that's my open hair. Yes, my hair is very straight and it's all natural and it's no extensions. It's genuinely my own very long straight hair, as you guys see often on Yoga with Tara and all the other platforms. And is it raining? Hira says, actually, no, it's not raining, Hira. I'm wet because I've come up from a run. Sorry. I just I'm an extension, obviously, of myself on all my lives, on everything I do. So it's like you guys are in my home. And yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. The kids, where are the kids? Well, the kids are actually at my mom's, which is in the same building. So we're very grateful and lucky with that situation. Of course, we miss my dad terribly because my dad's passed away. but my mom is there with watching the kids, and the kids are actually doing a Zoom class with their dadu, and they live in Dehradun, so the kids have a class with their other grandparents on the weekends. And I think it's a nice way for any of you who are wondering how to have the kids connect to grandparents who may not live in the same place. That's a nice way. Sanam is saying your movie Saya is my favorite. Thank you. Mansi is saying hello. Vinay is saying hi. Bindeshi is saying, Madam, can you please suggest some tips on maintaining hair? Uh, so basically, if I'm honest, and I don't mean to sound like one of those so casual martyr types, but the truth is I do nothing with my hair. I do nothing. I in fact wash it almost every day because I sweat. Like now after a run, I wash it. Like I do yoga, I wash it, and I don't even use anything fancy. I think I use a L'Oreal shampoo that I've been using forever, and I literally wash, and I dry maybe for a minute with a hair dryer, or I just let it dry naturally. And that's literally all I do with my hair. I never put oil. I'm not a fan of oil, so I never put product. And when I'm shooting, I have wonderful hairstylists, Ronella and Vipul and Resi, and I trust them to look after it. I think the reason that I don't do much with my hair is because very, very long ago, I did an ad for a hair product. I won't mention which because it's not actually about the product, but I think in those days they used to put like a blue black color in the hair because I think that was like the typical hair color look. And oh my gosh, I was crying and crying for months because every time I'd wash my hair, this color would come out and the hair became really dry like hay. And I remember at that time my mom would said that, listen, never again do a hair commercial. And I never did a hair commercial again because I was like, it's not worth it. And I'm so grateful, I have to admit, because my hair is long and straight. And honestly, I think maybe one or two grays, nothing much, touch wood. So I'm quite relieved that, although a lot of my friends have always said, oh my God, Tara, you're so boring, long straight hair always. And I know I am quite boring with that. But to be honest, I'm a big believer in trying to stay as natural as possible. Sanam is saying, I'm a big fan. I've seen all your movies. Thank you. I like Saya. Thank you guys so much. Yoga must be the secret. Bindeshi saying, thank you. Thank you so much, Bindeshi. I think regular exercise, drinking lots of water, the standard things that you hear about, maybe those things have helped. But I do think for any people out there, I do think, and perhaps there will be lots of hair professionals who may not agree with me, but I do think the less product one uses and the less coloring and the less experimenting one does, the better. For someone like me, where I want it to be natural, but there are many people who like to be red-haired one week and blue-haired one week, and each to their own. Like with everything, I say each to their own. But I think somewhere when I was very young, I kind of foresaw that when I'm older, I would like these natural elements. So I think I always had that caution in me. How is it outdoors on the road your side? The outdoors mean, right now they're reclaiming badly, Hira. They've reclaimed the whole coast that used to just be sea, because we're very lucky to be right on the sea. All this used to be sea. Now it's all been reclaimed. If you look, there are lots of trucks. Very, very sad. I tried very hard to speak up about the need to save the coast. But, now I've just accepted it because there's no point getting over upset. Abhishek is saying, don't be too skinny. I'm a big believer, again, and each to their own. As long as we're all healthy forever, touch wood, that's what matters. Everyone's body is different. In my case, honestly, metabolism is high. I exercise a little bit every day, literally 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I eat everything. I love to have some wine now and then. So I'm not one of those diety people, but I think my metabolism is high. So I'm naturally quite slim built. I know for many people, they're like, oh, that's so unfair. But the thing is, to be honest, I find that people don't mean it, but body shaming happens in both ways. Just like you would never tell someone who's overweight, oh my God, you're fat. Similarly, I really do believe, and I know nobody means it badly, but I think we all need to also be cognizant when people are very slim or medium. I just think it's not really necessary to say, oh my God, you're so slim, or oh my God, you're so medium. I personally feel that these are personal things that if you genuinely know someone and care about them and you have a reason to say it, that's one thing. But otherwise, everyone's body type is different. And I've actually had like overweight people say to me, oh my God, you're so thin. And there are times I feel like turning around and say, oh my God, you're so big. But I don't, because I just know that that's not polite. So I just personally feel that commenting on appearance, unless you're saying something quite nice, is just not necessary. I don't mean it personally about anyone, but it's just an observation. And I hope it's okay to be so honest with you guys. Uh, Ananda is saying, I don't know how they have the resources to make an unnecessary road, but not increase the numbers and providing healthcare more easily, etc. Especially, absolutely, Ananda. I've been so concerned about this. So for those of you who are not able to see, I'm just going to move this device and show you guys on the other device. Here you can see that they've completely reclaimed what was just sea is now a lot of land, and yeah, it's very sad. 15,000 crores being spent on a road that maybe 1% of the richest people may use, if at all. So yeah, it's quite upsetting. But again, I've just decided to accept and not get too upset, because after a point, there's not much one can do. And as much as, yes, I do believe one must speak up politely and say what you feel. There you can see on Facebook. I don't know if you can see there. It's absolutely all reclaimed now, which is very sad, but what do you do? And yeah, so I believe that as a mom, I want my kids to know that they must always speak up if they feel something. That's the culture in which we've been brought up, and that's how we bring our kids up, to be people who want to save the earth, who want to speak up for good causes. Having said that, there's also the reality aspect of how much actually gets heard, or how much change can we actually as lay people bring about. But I think one should never lose that optimistic fire within to try. Personally, I'm a very non-controversial person. So even when I speak up, I tend to be quite gentle in it. But I don't think I would be able to rest if I had not spoken up and said what I feel. To me, it's also about now accepting and being practical. But if I hadn't have, I would have always regretted it. Lord Gift Rishi is saying, Didi, please aap karo na promise. Kis baare mein? I didn't understand your message. I like your pullover. Preeti saying, thank you guys so much. It's always such a pleasure. Alan David is saying, I love you so much. Khantush Sif is saying, hi. So guys, because it's... Ananda is saying, have you seen Indian matchmaking? Ananda, I'll tell you a funny story. About a year ago, actually, the person who's doing the line producing for Indian matchmaking is a dear friend, Rajiv Virani, and his wife, Shivani, both lovely, lovely people, dear friends. In fact, I acted in a film that Rajiv directed called The Whisperers with Rahul Bose. And I believe Rupak bumped into Rajiv at Taj Land's End. And it's so funny because he came home and he was like, I met Rajiv and he was with these people from Netflix. And we got chatting and he was like, why don't you guys come? You and Tara come and do a little snippet in this show they're doing called Indian Matchmaking. And I was in the middle of shooting Kadak. So I think time-wise, and we couldn't actually make it. Now I'm like wondering if we should have done it or if basically, I don't know. But anyway, it wouldn't have been obviously for one of the match-made stories because we had a love marriage and all that. But then I wonder how it might have been interweaved, or maybe it would have been one of those opening little intro pieces. But yeah, we are watching it, in fact, and it's quite amusing. I think... personally, I feel there are lots of things that people like us who live in Bombay, we see, and it's not that unreal. Having said that, of course, there are lots of regressive parts which get sensationalized when one watches them abroad because they shouldn't form stereotypes. At the same time, I always say that India is made up of so much. It's a land of so much diversity. That these are aspects of India. It's not all of India. So I think it's really important to watch it knowing that, which we as people who live here can do. We can have a giggle and also honestly empathize with so many Indians of Indian origin who live abroad, who've been brought up abroad, who are actually American or Guyanese or whatever, and how they perhaps have this identity struggle in a sense. I'm half Indian and half English, so there's some parts of it that I actually relate to my sister and me. My sister lives in England, and we were chatting about it. And there's some parts of it that are interesting. That you're not always what you look. You're yeah. So anyway, we'll have that discussion, Ananda, later. We also watched Unorthodox, which I also thought was interesting, very interesting. I'm a quarter Jewish. My mom is half Jewish, so I found that also very interesting. Seema auntie is just hysterical, and I met a friend yesterday, all in our masks, who actually told me her chachi is related to Seema Masi. So that's when I realized Seema auntie, that everyone's somehow connected. So, guys, this is breastfeeding week. If you have any thoughts, any questions on breastfeeding, I know our show has come a long way. It started as my diary as a new mom, and in season 1 and 2, and now, of course, it's a platform to discuss issues, family issues, all issues. But I'm always, for any mummies out there, anyone who wants to talk about that too, I, of course, remember a lot, and I have a lot on the Tara Sharma Show on that. Jay saying, please make a bun. You guys know, with long hair, possible for me to do all kinds of things. Yes, sure, I can make a bun. Bit of a sweaty bun, but sure. Yeah, is that okay? So on that note, guys, I think I won't keep you. Where am I from, Rebel? I'm half Indian and half English. I live in Mumbai, in Bombay. My mom's English, my dad Punjabi, and yeah. Why both male and female are excited about love marriage? So honestly, I believe that you have to do what works for you. Everyone is each to their own with everything, whether it's love marriage, arranged marriage. The whole point is to have a marriage touch wood that works. And even if it doesn't, then again, each to their own with how they choose to handle that. Personally, I feel lucky that I met Rupak and we fell in love and we're touch wood very happy. But I do understand that for a lot of people at a certain age, if you've not met the person, a little bit of help is not necessarily a bad thing with being introduced. I think in the Indian context, because it comes in the form of matchmaking or parents getting involved with arranged marriages, ones like that. But if friends introduce two people, no one looks at it like matchmaking. So I think Rupak and me were introduced by a common friend. So who knows, maybe there was an element of that friend matchmaking us. I don't know. But it does cross my mind sometimes that if you miss that so-called window, and this is where the stereotypes have to stop, but if you miss that so-called window of meeting that right person, then it could get quite difficult. So before Rupak, I was in a relationship that really wasn't going anywhere, and I won't name who, and it's not important who or what, but I think deep down I was like quite worried that if I don't meet someone that I really love and that it works out, what will happen, because I'm going to cross that sort of baby making and marriage age, then what? So I think a lot of women perhaps have this that happen. Abhishek is saying, how do you stay positive during tough times? I'm a big believer in inside happiness and positivity. You are happy if you are happy inside. You can make people happy when you are happy. So of course, one's not always gleeful every minute, but I find a little bit of exercise helps me a lot. Yoga, a little run, then I can handle anything. Being with our kids, our family is the most amazing thing, but they also drive me absolutely mad. Any parents out there, especially if you're homeschooling, you may relate. I go through literal huge screaming, hysterical moments, and then we all love each other right back again. So I think that's also part of it. Learning a lot in lockdown about myself and about how I need to calm down when it comes to anger management. Panch Shraddha is saying, you're a positive person, you're a positive soul. Thank you. Did you manage to hone your skills in household work in lockdown? Yes, a lot more than before. I am guessing most of you did too. If you don't mind, ma'am, can I smell your hair? No, I'm a bit far for that. So on that note, guys, I have to go live with people. Sorry. Can you give me 1 second? I'm bringing something to eat. I'm a little hungry and I'm bringing my coffee. Sorry. Sorry, I'm right here. Not very. It's not very. Not a very good thing for me to be doing, but whoopsie. Don't ask what I'm eating, but I'm just eating something and coming and starving. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm really hungry. Sorry. Mm. So, this is Jen's cup. Usually, I drink from this cup. It's the cups kids gifted me. Now it's got very old. Okay, guys, I think you've had enough of me. So, on that note, send in any questions you may have about breastfeeding. Oh, there's a fantastic pillow called the Comfy Feeding Pillow by Nina. Check it out, Comfy by Nina. Fabulous feeding pillow, which I've gifted to most of my friends, and they all love it. It's like it's got a flat back, and you will check if you go to the Tara Sharma Show YouTube channel and check out Tara Sharma. You check out breastfeeding Tara Sharma or feeding pillow Tara Sharma. It'll pop up. It's a really, really good one, which gives you back support. It's quite hard, so you can keep the baby there, and it's quite steady. So do check it out. And I used to use a feeding poncho a lot because I didn't feel comfortable to be, feeding in public. But again, each to their own. Many people are. Official Monuddin is saying kids are a blessing or a burden in a thickly populated country. Your views? See, I think children are always a blessing. I think one has to be aware of your situation and circumstance when you bring children into the world. I think practicality, like with everything in life, passion has to go with practicality. So love has to go with practicality. You want to give your kids the best possible, good health for us all forever. Touchwood is the most important thing. So, as long as you can give them the best life and within your means, of course, no one's saying everyone has to have something extravagant, but yeah, I think kids are always a blessing. You have to also look at your practical situation to make sure that you're going to give them the best you can and the other way around. Pulami is saying, please share some of your hair conditioning tips, rather advise some of your hair conditioners. Like I said, I really don't do anything to my hair except wash it every day. I put shampoo and conditioner, usually L'Oreal. And apart from that, I really do nothing. So I think personally, because I don't do much, I guess that's why it's long and thick and straight and not gray yet. Um, ma'am, you look very good with the bun. Keep the bun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Jed. Thank you, Haroon. Thank you, everyone on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you, Antara. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you. And on Insta, oh, Tushar. Okay, guys, any advice for maintaining your health and fitness? Thank you. So, Smriti, I'm a big believer in consistency over quantity, a little bit of exercise every day as opposed to too much. Having said that, I believe do what works for you and your body type. Everyone's different, everyone's body is different. So do what works for you. Official Monuddin is saying, how can a female breastfeed twins or more than twins? I think usually it's interesting. I have many friends who have twins and they say they managed a schedule where either they would pump milk for one baby and the husband would feed that baby while they were breastfeeding. Very hectic, I'm sure, but people manage. Okay, guys, let's try and go live with one or two people quickly. I've taken up too much of your time and I'm in my sweaty avatar, so I must go and shower before my event. Veer Chauhan, let's see if this works. Going live with a few people. Sorry, guys, I don't think anyone presents themselves in a sweaty post-run avatar on a live, so I'm crazy. Hi, Veer, how are you? Hi, how are you? Not sure why it's not connecting. Okay, that didn't work. We're disconnected. Let's see who else we've got here. Let's see who else. Ulami Ria asked about hair care. Let's see if this works. Thank you guys for joining. And by the way, do check out the IGTV video that I did for Club Mahindra. As I mentioned, I honestly say it's a paid association. Once in a while, one has to do that. And check out these amazing Mad masks. They were really cool. Rupak ordered a bunch, and we really found them great. Especially for dinner, some diet tips. Honestly, I eat everything. I've always been a believer in consistency over quantity when it comes to, dieting and everything. But everyone's body is different, so do what works for you. Rupak has turned vegan, and that's really working for him. Hi, hi, Rishi. How are you? डायलॉग बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं तारा तारा वाला, वो एक बार बोल के दिखाइए ना. कौन सा? वो तारा 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 बोलते हैं ना ऐसे. टरा टरा टरा. एक्चुअली वो ना एक प्रोग्राम में था इंग्लैंड में, एक प्रोग्राम था ब्लाइंड डेट, और वहां पे वो जो होस्ट थी सिल्ला ब्लैक, वो कहती थी टरा टरा टरा, तो उसके बाद मैं भी कहती हूँ. थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग ऋषि. बहुत अच्छा लगता है. थैंक यू. आप ठीक है? सब ठीक है? हाँ अच्छा. क्या इतने सारे आपको मैसेज किए क्योंकि ज्वाइन करने के लिए, और आपने ज्वाइन किया. थैंक यू. थैंक यू. बाय. थैंक यू. बाय. So yeah, so it's lovely to go live with various people. Tara D rocks. Lots of love and stay blessed. Thank you so much, girls. No, I don't think we'll take that. Yeah, what are you guys thinking of my madness with Tara videos? Some people love it, and some people think I've gone completely mad. My dear friend Manav said he loves me in that Titu Mama avatar. So thank you, Manav. Neha and Andre don't like it. I like them. I'm saying thank you to them too for giving me that point of view too. But everyone, each to their own. There's something for everyone on my platforms, basically. There's the Tara Sharma Show, there's Saturday Noon Live, there's Yoga with Tara, there's Madness with Tara. Lots of stuff. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, and you? बिल्कुल fine, thank you. We are fine. So, आप कहाँ पे हैं? I'm from Agra City. From कहाँ? Kaha? Oops, it got cut. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get on. Have a fabulous day, a fabulous weekend, and keep staying positive, keep tuning in, keep interacting. Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. Bye. Bye, guys.